Okay, so what we're doing is we're not just doing Sai Tuidi. As everyone knows, if you look back in the late 17, early 1800s, the Sai was carried by the police officers in Okinawa. So what this seminar is for is not just the Tuidi, but all the techniques that a police officer possibly would have used as it. So what I've done is a lot of my instructors were police officers or retired police officers or law enforcement. I had one instructor who was a CIA agent. So what I did is reverse engineer it because there's not a lot of documentation on how it was performed. So what we're going to do is start out with basic blocks, basic strikes, explain to you how it's done, and then we're going to add the 2D with it, and then some trapping and locking to finish it up. If he's doing an overhead strike, I'm going to block it. Now you see the yoke is going to be facing forward because my goal is to want to trap to do my locks. If he's swinging to the right, I'm going to block it. Again, yoke is forward because I want to lock and trap. If he's swinging backhand, I'm going to do again. The yoke is going to be forward because eventually I want to get it to lock and lock into here. If he's going a straight stick, again, if you notice the yoke is down, I'm not laying it flat here because again, my goal is to trap and lock. There's two major nerves that we want to look at. We want to look at common peroneal. Anybody that's wearing pants, best way to find common peroneal is right where you see the stitching would be in the pants. That's the common peroneal, okay? Police use this all the time. If he's throwing a punch at me, when I sidestep, boom, I'm going to blast this. This is going to drop him. Now, same thing is if I get further, so I'm going to just turn him to make it easier. I want to strike sciatica. Sciatic nerve or common peroneal. Every police officer, every country, you're going to see common is if he throws a punch, I'm going to block here, strike, boom, I'm going to take him to the ground. If he grabs this, first off, he's going to try and grab this because he's not going to want me to use this. So here's your first one's going to be. You're going to lock into here. So you're using a yoke into the wrist. Now, my belief is the more hands you could use, the more force you could use, the better. So once I have this, I'm pressing against the top of this. It's going to apply the pressure real nice and easy. Okay. So when you look at this, we're going to lock it in, apply the pressure. Now, if I want to get this even worse, I can release, use my hands, and I can really crank. If he grabs my wrist now, we're going to switch it. We're going to literally flip it over and grab a hold. So if you see, I'm going to flip, grab a hold. Now I got both. Now, I'm not going to be able to lock the yoke in. If I can, that'd be great, but that's going to take way too long. I'm just going to lock it. Now, again, I have him compressed between my two hands. So even if he opens up his hand, I still have him locked in here. Same thing, same kind of pressure. Same thing if he's grabbing. Now, again, I'm going to come, I can either strike this or strike underneath the armpit. So I want to strike here, I'm going to bring the arm up. Now, that brings the arm into position. Now, I can use my other arm here. It allows me to lock the arm. This is going to be my takedown, okay? Now, again, we're going to go back to another slash. I'm going to show you how they would probably do it as a police officer, different than what we do as a karateka. He's going to do the slash again. So we're blocking. He's going to do the slash. I'm going to do the second one. Now, you already saw the first half here, and I dropped him down. I'm hoping this is enough on camera. Now I'm going to reverse the pressure. I'm going to rotate him down here, okay? Remember, the traditional katas were designed for destroying your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at, like, even when you see, like, this kind of stuff in a sai kata, right? If this person throws a punch and I strike the ribs and then jab into the ribs, right? In Matayoshi, when we do this strike here, we always hold it to the 45. When we do that is I'm striking the collarbone, but I'm using it at this angle so the yoke fits right into this part of the throat.
Hmm.
So the second he goes to draw, you see where I'm stopping? So the once he goes to draw, if I can stop him here, right, now I can control this sword. I'm going to press against him, just like what we were doing today, right? Now I can take him down here, right? Or I could draw it, boom, and do this, or strike and do this so he drops his sword.